Well, here's my hay spear I made, and I was using it the other day in my weld. We had welded on the back side. It had a pipe on it like this on the back side. I had to cut it off flush, and then I welded this on the back side. Well, I can't get to the back side now, so I'm gonna have to weld around the edge on the front side, and maybe make a little brace or something to gusset it on the bottom. Okay, here's my welders. I got a Lincoln Handy MIG, it's a 110 volt, and I've got a Clark 110 or 220. I've got it wired to 220. Arc welder, 150 amp. And I like the MIG welding best. It looks neater. It's got the gas setup, but I don't use the bottle. I just use the flux cord wire. And I had a feeding trouble a while back. It would slip, and I got to looking, and I finally seen these instructions up here I had never noticed. And this wheel was flipped over to the V side instead of the knurled side, so I swapped it, and it feeds a lot better now. So I think I'm going to try the MIG, see what that looks like, and if that don't work, I'll try the arc. So the first step would be to grind away any paint that might be in our weld, and once I get that ground, we'll go to get it lined up to weld. Okay, I've got it set up and ground. I got a board placed under it, but I want to keep it from sagging on me. Ground me off a little place for the ground wire to connect to. And I got it ground around there pretty good. The only thing left is to crank this welder up and get to it. Now I got my welder set on high 2, which is what it calls for the thick metal. And try to do a pack one. Damn it thing. Still giving me troubles. Put a new tip on here. Thing up, see what that does. I got it up too high. Yes. I had my wire speed too high. Should have been on 5 and I had it on 8. Well, it ain't pretty, but it's a start. Now we got it welded up fairly good. Back off that a little bit. All the way around. Feels pretty sturdy. Yeah, the weld ain't the best looking, but I think that'll hold. Back a little bit. And just a little bit of crack right there. I mean, but it ain't gonna hold water, so I ain't worried about it being perfect. Just want to hold the spear in, and I believe it'll do it now. But I want to put a gusset in to kind of help protect that spear from bending. So I've got my torch. I've got me a plate laid out. And I'm going to have to cut out, I don't know if you can see, from here across is the cutout for that pipe. And it's going to come up an inch and then down the length 3 inches. So it's just a matter of cutting this out. Well, I've got my gusset almost finished welded, but my welder's thermal protection just kicked on, so it quit on me. Gotta wait for it to cool off to finish this little bit of weld on this side. Got the tip up welded, and after looking at it, I should have went back and cut that a little bit taller. But I think I've got a good enough weld around the spear itself, and that spear goes all the way. That spear and that pipe that it goes into goes all the way through this tubing. So that's solid steel spear, you know. So it should be good. Got this side welded. Started off kind of rough, then kind of eased into it and did a little better job. I damn sure ain't the world's greatest welder, but I think as I do it, I get a little more confident in doing it, and I end up doing a little better job. That's probably one of my better jobs. A little yellow light. Whoop, and got too hot. Duty cycle and then kicked in. So I don't know, can't really count on any Lincolns, I'll tell you that. I wish I had a 220 volt. Think about a Hobart, like a 175 Hobart 220 volt. But I sure like the MIG a lot better than I do the ARC, for sure.